Hello
Hi guys.
and welcome. It's Thursday Nerd Lerve.
It's Thursday. Yay!
We made it another week, y'all.
Fuck a duck.
It's been a situation.
Ugh.
Um, so I am Stick Guy, and this is Pat.
I don't have my name tag on today. I actually had it on yesterday.
She was a day ahead.
Mm,
You know,
yeah.
I'm always behind, behind the trend, behind the eight ball. Behind the fire and anyway.
Shit.
No, all jokes aside, thank you guys for tuning in as you always do. Hopefully, you guys have been getting some fun out of the last couple of weeks. The big thing to remember is yes, we are delivering some of this stuff in as much of a non-polarizing way as possible, uh, and we're trying to do it in a fun way. The big thing here is to remember that that is the case. We are not harshing anybody's, beliefs, that kind of
Millennials,
thing.
whatever the fuck.
That's not the idea here. What this is bringing attention to people that are using these particular platforms to cause trouble.
Don't be an asshole.
That's pretty much it. If you are doing this in, some negative ass ways, especially to take advantage of other people, then we're going to be the ones that have a problem with you. That has always been the case. They just decided to take a month and let me old man rant.
He needed it.
Apparently. uh, but again, all jokes aside, we're wanting to put that disclaimer out there. It's kind of like when I do the holiday appropriation thing. It is literally meant for fun, even though it's based in actual research and actual fact, even though this is based in actual fact and social norm. Some people, take offense to those things, and I want to make sure that we don't get canceled.
Yeah. Because then you wouldn't see us on Thursdays. And then you would be sad. We would be sad.
It would just make me worse.
Yeah.
Yeah. I would go from old man ranting like this to my proper job of doing it on a street corner.
I'd just be pouty. I'd be real pouty. But couple of announcements before we get kicked off and on the old man ranting, because tonight's topic is something that particularly has oddly been requested, and I don't know why.
And that's the big thing to remember. Some of this stuff has actually been requested by you guys and our trainees. So,
Oh, Jake said your stash is really popping today. It must be the spirit of Frank Beard.
Absolutely. You know about that, right?
No.
Frank died.
Really?
Yeah. So the only remaining member of ZZ Top is Billy. Frank died just a couple days ago.
I didn't actually know
that. Yep. In his home in Texas, he died. He died. Where he was born and bred. So
damn.
We lost another legend, y'all.
Oh, I gotta focus on work and other stuff, and I can grieve ZZ Top later. When Billy dies, I'm probably gonna openly sob.
Same, for obvious reasons.
But announcements. Wow, that really kind of threw me off.
And yeah, that I did do the stash up a little bit for Mr. Frank because he intentionally did not grow a beard because his last name was Beard. So he always grew a very majestic mustache as opposed to doing the full beard like Dusty and Billy did.
I'm here for it.
So
announcements. I'll run through them as quick as I can. Next week is Tarot Night Live. You know what that means, guys. Pop on, send stars, or Venmo, actually, preferably, because I think the stars are being a bit wonky.
So calling it what it is, we appreciate everybody who sends stars and helps out in that way. Yeah, 100 stars is literally $1, but it means a lot to us that you guys are willing to do that. But every time we take stars, we get a fucking copyright claim because a bot has decided to jump in on that. We're making money, so they're wanting to steal it. And at this particular point, it's just easier if you guys donate through a Venmo. Besides, you know exactly what that Venmo is for. It goes back into fundraising for us. It goes into donations for charity, which I'm working on what it is that we're going to be doing over the holiday season. And hopefully you guys are going to be a part of that because I am getting excited for that.
It's full TBD. So, first of all, sidebarring for a second. Yeah, I actually am a pretty big ZZ Top fan, Jake. I am. We saw him 2 years ago.
Yes.
It was full.
No, it was last year.
No, really?
Yeah, it was last year. It was early last year.
I thought it was 2 years. Either way, we saw them recently. I will say recently because
whenever they were here, whether I'm right or she is, whenever they were here in Rupp with Blackstone Cherry and Leonard Skinner.
Yeah, and it was full like, wow. Sequins are pretty. So are the guitars. But
I need a furry guitar.
You really do.
I do. I need a furry guitar.
We could take so many good pictures with Grundle with it.
What do you think, little man? By the way, this is Grundle. For those that don't know, he is my child, and I love him.
Yes. And Dad said, y'all are early / on time. I'm not finished pooping yet.
Well, now you have entertainment through your last couple of grunts.
Oh my God.
So
announcements. Next week's Tarot Night Live. Please send it to us on the Venmo because, as Jake said too, justifying giving the Zuck money is makes for the sad. But you two can be assisting on Venmo. So after that, I'm trying to think. I think it's the 16th and 17th of September. So the second weekend of the month is the 12th and 13th of September.
That weekend we will be doing makeup classes. So for those of you who have bought classes before and couldn't make it, or had to take a ring check, on our end, something like that, we're going to be doing a makeup weekend. So everybody gets to catch up and gets to do the class they paid for.
Yeah.
So if you guys would like to do that, we do need to hear from you.
Yes.
We do need to understand who is going to be in what class and why.
And I'll be reaching out to those of you that I know are on that list starting probably tomorrow, just to make sure that we're all on the same page. And then the third weekend of the month, so the 19th and 20th of September, we will be in Eastgate, Ohio.
For the Sacred Journey Dark Market. We're kind of looking forward to that one. We usually are. Love going to Eastgate, love doing things. There's going to be a lot of fun stuff going on during the day, including some free seminars, as well as some after-hours stuff, like a special seance with the Connor sisters and Miss Pat O'Keefe.
It's going to be pretty cool. Boo on the Ohio part, but yay on the rest of it.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of the fact that they're in Ohio, but they're like, it's just over the river, and I'm like, yeah, well, it's too fucking far.
But it's over the river.
It's over the river. I also understand not doing it in Florence, but that's just me. God love y'all who live there.
And so kicking off into October, because it is that time of year that we're gonna have to start actually telling y'all about stuff in October. It's going to be a very busy month. We will not have classes in October because the first weekend, so the 3rd and 4th, we're actually going to be at the Spooky Moon Market in Elizabethtown that's hosted by Mama Ruby's.
Yep.
So we will be in E-Town on the 3rd and 4th of October. And then the next weekend...
We're taking the fuck off because...
because the 17th and 18th, we're going to be at the Central Kentucky Mystical Market.
Yep.
So the local gig, and then the 23rd, 24th, and 25th are Scarefest. So we're probably going to have a revised live schedule in October.
It may be, we'll see how things roll. It may be pretty lax. Usually October is. But we'll have to see how it is that we can make topics work and different things like that.
Yeah.
Just because it's going to be nuts.
Mucho busy.
We will be doing
Something.
Thursday night lives. It's just to what capacity we're not quite sure yet.
Yeah, a lot of it depends on the capabilities and the amount of sleep that is gotten that month.
What's that?
It
is an elusive creature.
It was like October is super busy.
October's nuts.
Yeah. And yeah, come see us Scarefest 2027.
Oh, absolutely. Come by the booth, get your handshake, your high five, your hug. They're always free. We're going to have some new faces at the booth, especially those that helped out with the massive success, thanks to you guys, thanks to our community, of the Do the Thing-a-thon. You know, you're going to see a lot of new faces there and a couple of familiar costumes and different things like that. It's gonna be nuts. We're gonna go stupid this year. So, you know, be prepared for it. There may be some interviews. There might be some at the booth special stuff, and we're gonna see if we can work it out. But we've got a couple of special giveaway, possible collectible things.
We'll see.
That we have in the works. I know Tiff and MJ have been kind of toying back and forth with the idea of it. So we may have some special SMX collectibles.
Yeah.
You know, literally a collect them all kind of thing. Not necessarily like the Scarefest card game, which for those of you who haven't participated, they're special cards for different booths. And there's a set that is done every single year.
Mm-hmm.
So being able to go around and collect them because they're limited, you get a set of cards that no one else will ever have.
Yep.
These will be something completely different. They're literally just for those who come and see us at events. We may work something out for those of you that can't, but you know, we're talking about it. We got some shit going on.
We got things planned. Just wanting to let y'all know what the next couple months are looking like.
Complete and utter chaos.
Yeah. So
complete and utter chaos.
Speaking of complete and utter chaos, kicking us into the actual topic for tonight, which is the Great Awakening versus actual activism. Ascension talk and real world avoidance.
So
gonna pop that C4.
Oh yeah.
We're not sponsored, but we'd love to be.
We could be. You're missing out. Like we shame chug y'all's drinks all the time. You could get something out of this.
I still think it'd be hilarious to be sponsored by an energy drink company.
Oh, 100%. Just to get them for free.
Oh, God.
Could you imagine that kind of sponsorship? It just,
you know what fuels us?
Our sponsor. But no.
But we're not sponsored. So the bouncy topic is clearly going to be a thing tonight. But as far as the Great Awakening, so this kind of plays into a lot of the other topics that we've brought up this month. And the reason that this is a quote unquote hot button topic and why it fell into this month is because people talk about Ascensionism. People talk about the Great Awakening and like awakening stuff. Here's the thing. It's more so realizing that your gifts are there and that shit's real.
That's it.
And if you're looking for a Great Awakening or you're wanting to ascend, there's a difference between quote unquote ascension, which happens when, you know, you die.
We are going that way. Whether you believe in heaven or you believe in a higher existence, you're still, guess what? Ascending. You're going that way out into the fucking ether. That's what ascending is. It is becoming something bigger, larger, higher than what it is that you are.
There's a difference in that and trying to better yourself.
Which is just unfucking your conditioning and trying to find a better method of things that aren't working. You know, the whole idea of being better than the person you were yesterday. That's literally it.
It's an interesting thing too, because a lot of the times when people walk up to us and he said sometimes either the awakening or the ascension takes a few dark nights of the soul.
It does.
Because,
So,
go ahead.
so, in terms of awakening is what we've actually been talking about. I actually approve of that particular term, logic, whatever. I approve of that one a lot more than I do ascensionism. And the biggest reason why is what Pat said just a minute ago. Awakening is just becoming aware of what it is that you actually have going on, what it is that's been going on around you. Basically, you stop being oblivious. Everything starts to click and make sense, or everything is at least out in the open if it doesn't. Whereas Ascensionism gives this idea that you have the ability to ascend to a place you physically can't. There is a problem in that. And there's a big, big problem in that. And I'm actually going to get to that here in just a moment.
One of the things too, because the reason that I don't like the phrasing ascensionism, or I'm ascending to the next level. One,
it's gross.
That is real love and light. Why do you think that you're better than everybody else that's at the current quote unquote level that you're at? Because it takes you out of it. It's, oh, I'm doing this, but you're having to tell people that you're doing that. So are you actually doing that?
Not to mention, if you have a need to self-achieve to the point to where you have to make sure that other people know you've done it, then you're not doing it for the right reason. Talking about leveling up is gross. It's disgusting.
Unless you're playing a video game, and then Godspeed, because you're fucking kicking ass.
Right? Jeez. Gaining experience and doing the thing in life. Sure, absolutely. Do what it is that you need to do. But to say that you're at a higher level is disgusting. You're going to fuck it up just as bad as everybody else. Someone else is going to understand more than you. There's always going to be someone that has achieved that before you have. Stating that you have reached a higher level is gross. It's literally placing yourself in a position that you did not earn. It's kind of like someone who lies on their resume. Well, I'm this particular, whatever. Okay. So you came fresh out of college and have no experience, no idea how to apply what it is that you've learned. I've been doing what it is that I've been doing for my entire adult life. Which one of us is actually on the proper level?
And it's actually wrapped up in the exact word that Jenny said, ego.
Oh, 100%.
I'll let you go off for a second.
100%. That's that whole ascension thing. We're evolving, which we are. Guess what evolution is? And I'm not talking Darwinism for those who are creationists. I'm not talking Darwinism. I'm talking actual evolution. There's adaptation, which is making it work at that particular moment with what it is that you have. Then there's evolution, which is adaptation over time. So by the time we quote unquote to evolve to what it is that you say you're evolving to, we're as a collective going to be dead and gone from this particular life. The particular type of evolutionary change that a lot of people are saying is happening is just starting. And to say that it can happen in a single lifetime is unreasonable. It's nowhere near correct. So why do people do this? Why do people do this? Jenny brought it up. Sometimes it is.
So I'll be right back. I hear someone walking around. I want to make sure it's Tyree. Oh, yeah. Flames will be here momentarily. But also, while we're momentarily taking this intermission, please keep in mind these are our opinions. This is based off of what it is that research has shown us and based off of what it is that we know in our individual practices and as metaphysicians. Please keep in mind we are not licensed medical health or mental health professionals. And keep in mind, if you are actually curious about this stuff, you're watching our live. If you're here to argue, I'm glad to hear what it is that you want to say.
Don't be a disruption.
That.
But yeah, so the big thing is the whole idea of ascensionism, this particular I'm better than you fucking, glorified Jesus complex bullshit that a lot of people have adopted is just that. Everybody wants to be somebody better without actually being better. Everybody wants to get the kudos without doing the work. Everybody wants to just say it's an evolutionary change when it's actually just them. And it's a lot easier to say that you're ascending as opposed to going, you know what, I'm having a bad day and I just think that you're a piece of shit. Currently, that's my problem, but I'm making it yours, which is the real and the adult thing to say. Oh, I'm just higher than you.
I hope you have a good brand of Kush.
I've reached a higher level. I am not on this particular wavelength. My vibration is higher than yours. You know what? You're just a cunt.
I was going to say, I'm the best asshole there is.
Yeah, I have at least 30 dudes that would say. So, so
there was a delay on that one.
No, wait.
Hey, I have ascended.
You made it stretch, man. So
it's just evolving from a bottom to a top.
So it's that kind of a situation where ascensionism is something that happens when you have actually reached some form of enlightenment. Not when you've reached an epiphany that you are your own or other people's problem. That's just maturity. That's not ascending. People work their entire lives to reach that kind of goal. The Buddhist monks, the Shaolin priests, the Shinto, you have the lamas that some of them are questionable, but they actually do attempt, at least most of them have over the years, to achieve an ascended mastery. Basically, they've mastered what it is that they could understand of themselves. That's what ascensionism actually is. It's not this social, hierarchy of people that think they can play the game and put their stats in the wrong fucking place. Whereas an awakening is the actual thing that's happening, which is actually really fucking cool. And that is everybody going, you know what? I can do it. I have figured this part out. Maybe this way of thinking isn't so bad. Or maybe, if I adopted these things and gave up this, I would live a better life. Awakening means popping head out of ass. That's literally what that is. You are actually allowing yourself to live. You're waking up from the dream that you've put yourself in and choosing to live better or live differently. Or if the situation and circumstances of your life are making things difficult, you're at least able to plan ahead for when things actually do eventually mellow out, even find a balance, whatever. That's what awakening is. Notice the difference. One is achievable, feasible by day to day understanding. The other one is a lifetime of specific choices and movements. Why is this a problem? Why is this a problem? Well, I kind of got into it just a little bit ago. The whole Jesus complex thing, that understanding of you're some kind of super being. Is it true? Yeah, everybody's got fucking superpowers. Guess what? That's kind of the cool part of having a soul that's connected to a divine energy. You too are a superhero to an extent. Am I going to tell you to go and run off of a roof expecting you to fly? No. Hopefully you have a nice soft car to land on. But am I saying that you have ability to do things that are outside of what normal scopes are? Yes, 100%. Everybody's got cool shit. The big thing here is the whole idea of ascensionism forces an idea that people can gain enlightenment just because they say they're enlightened. Ascensionism is abused, is what I'm getting at. It's not that it's unattainable, it's that people have gotten the wrong impression and then pushed that idea in the wrong direction. You have to have an awakening to move towards ascensionism. It's a process. There's a kit. You start with one and you end at a certain fucking point when you die. So a lot of times you'll have people faking some kind of gurudom or some kind of mystical know-how that no one else has, some kind of, crazy fucking Jones-ish, cultish understanding of how things need to work for other people and implement that. To this day, there are plenty of cults. There's plenty of dangerous people out there that abuse. There are plenty of people that rob others, scam others, take money. Like even recently, and I'm sure the comments are going to go fucking nuts with this, but there has been more than one scandal of quote unquote gurus that were teaching questionably aged female people how to ascend. There's the special word of the night, by having inappropriate things done to them.
Mm-hmm.
I am not going to go into detail. If you can't catch what I'm throwing down by what it is that I said, you can DM us. That is not going to be a discussion tonight. But it is something to make you aware of. Oh, well, I'm this guru. Come stay at my house. Take these illicits. And if you don't let me do these things, you will never become what it is that you are paying me to teach you.
It's gross.
It's disgusting. But, that motherfucker's ascended, right? That one has it going on. They've learned exactly what's going on with the world and how it works and have become a better person, more connected to divine. What's the point if metaphysicians, if pagans, if the spiritualist community can view this level of ascension as okay, as right, then you don't have any fucking room to complain about the church. and vice versa. It is the same problem, just with a different fucking wavelength.
That also kind of leads into one of the top, like a portion of the topic that I wanted to get into tonight, and that is the religious trauma around it. Because a big problem with the Ascension talk is that it literally is perpetuating various religious traumas, whether it's from people that are Mormon, whether it's Catholics, whether it's just full-blown Christians. What do you think that would mean to somebody that's trying to actually look into something that's a bit more worldly? Something that's a bit more out here versus rather in a confined box with a dedicated, dogma. Because they're going to go, oh, so that's like Jesus. Oh, that's like John Smith. Cool. Who's got the underwear? And then they're just stuck in the same cycle. And they don't ever actually heal from the traumas that it is that brought them to the point to where they were looking for something else. And that's a big issue because then you can't actually get to the point that you're trying to tell them is feasible. Because if people hear all these other talks, that's one of the problems too, is that, yes, I understand that there's several people that may be like, oh, blah, 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 it's just a word. Words have a lot of power. Words have a lot of meaning. Words are fucking important.
Look at how many religious texts there are that are literally just parable and philosophy, and people will kill people over it. Now, I'm sure that there are people out there who have been going, why are you guys so against the church? We're not. We're against certain people in the church.
I don't know a single person that's not like, you know what? Fuck Westboro Baptist.
So the big thing here is a little bit of history. I am an ex-Methodist minister. God walks with me every single day. I haven't forgotten the philosophy. I still live the philosophy, and I still teach the philosophy as well as preach it. I just don't need the book or the building. That being said, do I have problems with the way that certain things are run? Yes, that is me. That is my particular hang-up. I am aware. However, when certain conflicts are actually legitimate, that's when I have the trouble. So that is the reason why we bring that up. It's also the reason why we play devil's advocate, and anybody who is in a spiritualist community, metaphysical community, or some kind of pagan sect, y'all are going to get it too, because you're just as bad anymore.
The goal is to bridge the gap. And if somebody needs to understand the way that it works for them, sometimes you have to be relatable. That's part of what it is to understand different cultures, different religions, different sects, different everything. And if you can't make that happen for somebody, you could at least send them to somebody that can. That's what we do.
It's exactly what we do. And getting back into it, now that that disclaimer has been thrown, because we went pretty hard and heavy into the church. Well, Ascensionism is basically, and it's the reason why I put that out there earlier, of playing Jesus or God. Jesus ascended. He ascended to the right hand of Father Almighty. And there he sits until the day he is asked to come back for us. So who the fuck are you to place yourself in that position? Especially if you believe that the divine are on a specific level. Notice the terminology I'm using. They're on a specific level that is not for humans. If that is the particular case, then how are you ascending to that point when you, one, are a lowly human, two, just figured out that you had a divine spark, and three, haven't done anything to earn that? It's a weird situation. Religious dogma and Ascensionism are the same thing. That's what Pat's kind of alluding to here, is if you have religious trauma due to Christian dogma and you go to uh, a space where the same thing's taught, because it is, the same thing is taught, just different people, places, and things were substituted, and it made more sense. What's the difference? For those of you that look into esoterics, Enoch was literally the first human to ever actually see the countenance of God, to actually see the face of God. That's literally the whole point. And as soon as he did, he was ascended and was made Metatron. Metatron is actually human. How about that shit? So you're also looking at Ascension. Look at Muhammad. Being careful. I am naming name. I am not pushing any kind of narrative because I don't want us to get in trouble. Look at Buddha. Look at like half of the Eastern cultures. Look at Anubis. Look at Osiris. Look at God, take your pick. There's so many that have started off as human and then ascended into some kind of divine or godhood. The thing people really forget is that all these motherfuckers earned it. Every one of them suffered. Every one of them went through it. Every one of them had life choices that they made that sucked. Every one of them was an awful person. Figured out that they were an awful person and then fixed themselves. It's not for the world to fix you. It's not for the divine to justify your actions. If you're doing those things, then you're kind of awful. You're immature, and you need to get your shit together. I love the fact that people will literally drop everybody. Oh, I'm very pious. I'm very charitable. I'm very giving. I'm all these things because I've ascended. And then when it comes down to doing anything, oh, I'm busy. I just don't want to. I don't have time. I don't have the money for that. I won't, I can't, I shouldn't, I ought not. Very charitable. Very awesome. How's the view from that ivory ass tower you put yourself in? Ascensionism allows for, at least the improper use of Ascensionism allows for some very awful elitist ideas. It's a rough go. So if you go to any kind of metaphysical event or any kind of gathering, whatever, and you have three different, we'll even call it what it is. You have three different Reiki practitioners. You have one that does it naturally, so they don't come by it through attunement of someone else's nature. They don't go through Usui training. They don't go through Tachyon or Golden. They don't go through that kind of thing. It's just a natural deal. Is it any less effective? No, it's just as effective. Reiki is Reiki is Reiki. And then the next one, you have someone who is Usui trained. You have someone who has a little bit higher understanding, so crystalline or Kundalini or those kinds of things. Cool. And then you have one that says there is an ascended Reiki master. If you walk in as a complete layman, not knowing anything, that word means what? If you see the word ascended,
That's like the best.
you see the credentials of the second one, but this one's ascended. The first one just says that they do Reiki. So the one that would probably be the most beneficial to you is the one that gets overlooked. That's how people scam you. That's how people make money. It's also, once again, it's an elitist thing. Now, playing devil's advocate again, is that to say that somebody that says that they are an ascended Reiki master, does that mean that they are incapable of doing cool shit? No. Does that mean that they aren't good at their shit? No. They may be fucking excellent. But throwing that particular word out allows them to do this.
Fondle the balls.
I mean, I was going for higher money, but I like
That's
I
what
like
was
your
getting
answer
ready to
better.
say.
I like y'all's answer better. Yeah,
Fondle the balls.
That and you throw that word in there, that means they're going to charge triple what they're worth.
and it's
Yeah.
literally someone that took an online course and went, I can do Reiki now.
They said I could label it as ascended.
Fuck, I paid $30 including shipping for this printed out on someone's inkjet certificate that I signed my own name to.
I'm gonna charge all the monies. Because that's the thing, is it's the wording. The words are important for that reason. Because if nobody knows what it is that they're walking into, because a lot of these fairs, a lot of these markets, a lot of these different gigs, you do have a lot of people that are, first timers. They know nothing. They have no idea what it is that they want. And so they're going to look for something like a label. And then what the fuck happens if you can't perform?
Well,
You give the rest of us a bad name.
That
100%. You have no idea. Like the last two markets, you have no idea how many people have come to us. Well, we went and saw this other one, and they told me all this. None of it resonated, and I've been trying to watch for the signs, or I've been trying to do what they said, or I've been giving it my best effort, and none of it is panning out, working out. Nothing's come to pass, and it's like, okay. So you don't want to, harm anybody's reputation. You don't want to start any waves. You don't want to do any of that. So you go about your business. You doing what it is that you do, so they come to us and we do what it is that we do. And they're like, why is your all shit so different? And it's literally one of those, because we are. Because we are different. Are we less effective than some people? Yes. Are we more effective than some people? Yes. We just have a unique way of doing things, and we try to be as approachable as possible. That's the only difference. Well, you guys should charge more money. Well, you guys should say that you have all this going on. That's what they do. That's what they say. And well, now you know why we're different. There's a number of things, we're going to go into it here in a second. There's a number of things, one is the elitist attitude. The other one is the scammer. Go ahead.
I lost my train of thought for a second.
I'm sorry.
Oh, it's okay. If I remember it, I will pause and state it again.
Well, see, that's the one thing about us. Yes, I am a mechanic. I am proud to be a mechanic, but I also work on my own. We bounce off each other.
Mm-hmm.
Because if there's something the mechanics have trouble with, they send them to me for sound healing to help loosen it up. If I have trouble, I go snag one of them. But hey, I need your help.
Mm-hmm.
Using proper terms, a lot of us mechanics are awakened enough to understand that we aren't ascended.
And if I was, I wouldn't tell anybody because I'm not acting like an asshole. Not like that.
Fuck, it ain't no one else's business if you are. Yeah, that's kind of it. That's the whole point. That's for you. That's between you and your flavor of God. That has nothing to do with anybody else. If you have to make it everybody else's business,
then you're not ascended.
Mm-hmm. The wording's important, y'all. It makes a bigger difference than you think. I still don't remember what it was I was going to say.
guaranteed it was some form of words.
It was.
Oh, I'm psychic. I'm ascended. I have reached a different level where I can actually just pull out of my ass exactly what the situation needs.
What was I going to say?
Words. It was probably going to be something profound and pertinent to what it is that we're talking about.
Well, there was a comment earlier I was going to comment on. It was Renee's. Renee, you commented earlier about walking in their shoes. You don't need to walk in their shoes. They are too big for you. It's our lessons that we need to learn now that we need to concentrate on. That's what's going to help us, not what they went through.
I'll scroll through. I'll read through the comments. That may help me remember what it was I was saying. Stick chick talking about ZZ Top. Okay, and swoop. I thought, okay. Sometimes it's either that's where I was, motherfucker. Pride and growth before the fall.
That's it.
Hey, it's Tyree. I gave I missed it. What is the stick guy name tag about? I'm sure it's a story. Jake did answer. Renee said it takes a whole lot of energy to be an asshole.
It sure as fuck does. Jeez. It's
My mom
exhausting.
always tell me I am what I eat.
No. But we have a ticker. It's fine. Whatever.
We're-
It's 2026. Live your life, motherfuckers.
We do have a ticker.
Live your life. It's fine.
Meta, this is a 18 plus show. It is advertised as an 18 plus show. Please, for the love of God, have mercy. Because Lord knows you find fault in just about everything, and I would really appreciate you being kind to us this time.
Okay, get back on topic here.
I can be king of the assholes, but only if I choose to now. Figured out I have a choice. Sometimes it's still needed, so I keep it in the back pocket. Some monks can levitate boulders with music and vibration. It's been filmed.
Yep.
Yes.
Yeah. This is just wholesome. I am totally a superhero. I'm Pop Pop.
Oh.
Yes.
He has been asking.
Yeah, he has actually. The whole oven light thing drives me nuts. Y'all better know how to maneuver in the dark.
I like that one. I
Yeah.
like that comment. That's a good one.
Coon and Friends was the comment, but it's actually a solid representation too.
Actually, it kind of
It
is.
kind of is.
It kind of is. Oh no.
Oh shit. South Park does it again. I run the cult of bacon tacos here on the book face. Just saying.
He does. Mr. Keith Ottersberg does.
More than one, that's putting it mildly. Takes a lot to move through the dark and come out unscathed. And as far as how people fall for that, it literally is being preyed on. Like, it's really sad.
You have to think, there's a lot of people that are trying to get things worked out or understand what's happening to them or are looking for something. We mentioned it earlier, just in case you weren't here for the beginning. Pat had brought up, the people looking for things that are outside of their normal
Yeah.
their religious box or their pagan oriented box and looking towards religion. There's a lot of people out there that are just questioning. They want to know. And there are a lot that are really broken. And by broken, I mean by spirit, not by anything else. People are not damaged goods, but people can be damaged. We are fragile. And a lot of people wind up preying on that fact.
Mm-hmm.
I see a darkness around you. I'm the only one that can save you.
It's gross.
Actively watched people do that, heard them say the words and watched them do that, and then lock eyes with them, me and Brian both, at a couple of events.
Actually, someone recently did that at one of the markets.
It's gross.
It's gross.
It's fucking disgusting. You know, oh yeah, I'll cold breathe the fuck out of you. And this is something else that I do have a problem with that is also in the middle of this. I have ascended and you can too. You just have to do all these things that I say in this public forum. When you have to announce it like that, that's pretty rough go. That's how cults start. The next big thing too is, and this is the last one, and that is giving the cold read. And then when everybody around you, because I have watched this one happen a lot more and a lot more recently than I would really like it to happen. When everybody around you as a reader is looking at you because they know whether they're a reader or not that you're bullshit. And you tell somebody some really heinous shit, or you tell them exactly what it is that they want to hear. And you sit there and tell them that it's okay that you do that because you are ascended. I'm in the know. I am ascended. I am, better than other readers and stronger than other readers and all this other bullshit. And you have to actually listen to me because I'm the only one that knows. So what's going on in your life again? That's right. That's right. Wait, hold on. Cough, cough, rewrite script. So, now that you have these things going on that you never told me, even though you just did. But anyway, no one's paying attention to that. What I want you to do is understand, like,
comes off real timeshare salesman.
It's gross, y'all. It's rough.
I think you're gonna like this next one. Sin did.
Oh, nice. Who did that one?
Dad.
I dig it. I dig it. I really dig it.
Perfect time to yet again reference the Love Is One cult. Fucking A, Mandy.
Motherfucker. And that's the other side of that. Okay, so here's the flip, and this is the flip side. So, you have the ones that are intentionally acting elitist or scamming or even harming people because they are assuming a title they didn't earn. Because, by the way, Ascended Master is a title. Ascension is a title that is something you earn. That's not something that you are given. But then you have people that don't understand that they are harming others, or that they are using words incorrectly, or they are causing disruptions. You have people that legitimately believe what it is that they are saying 100%, even if they can't back it up. And it's a really rough go when these people get found out, because a lot of structures, a lot of communities, they will shun these people immediately, whether they intended to actually be that individual or not. It's very important to actually educate yourself. Are we going to sit here and say that we're the end all beat all on knowledge?
Fuck no.
There are people that literally do this for a living, theologians and historians and scholars and, deep divers that do this literally for a living, as far as looking up the proper way and the proper terminology and the proper this and the proper that. Do we follow those people? Do we read their works? Do we try to implement what it is that they deliver? Yes. We've got several friends in the community that are very high up there when it comes to their research and are decorated for it. Have their accreditation for it.
Written books, textbooks.
But at the same time, are we going to sit here and say just because we know those people that we know what the fuck is going on? No. But there's a certain amount of logic that needs to be used. Educate yourself. Be smart about these things. If you don't understand a term, ask for the definition. If one isn't given, then you should probably go somewhere else. If it's something that you can look up on your own or read a book for, you probably should, and then ask questions for clarification. This is the reason why Ascensionism is no longer what it was ever meant to be. And it's because people got out of the idea of being able to think for themselves. Whether it's paganism, whether it's some form of religion, whether it is just some form of philosophy, people refuse to do the work themselves and think for themselves anymore because everyone is so used to information being right at their fingertips at any given time of any given day. You don't have to work for it anymore. Yes, you do.
Every fucking day.
There's a difference between, taking on a teacher or, doing some research, finding a rabbit hole to go down. There's a difference in that and just going, tell me what I need to know. Well, I don't want to learn how to do it properly. I don't want to learn how to do it safe. Just tell me how to do it. Let me fuck it up. Well, I found this thing on Etsy, or I found this thing on Google, or I looked up this site. I watched a movie from the 90s, cough, cough. Take your pick. There's a couple I could be referencing here. I watched a movie from the 90s and did the same thing and it didn't work. Or what's even better, and this has happened to me, as far as people coming to me, I watched a movie from the 90s and tried it and it worked. How do I fix it? Well, didn't you finish the movie? Well, yeah, it didn't work out great. Well, then why are you here? It's...
That's why I keep bringing up Obsession. If one of you fuckers comes to us with that, I will fucking laugh.
I ain't touching that.
Not with a 20-foot pole.
I ain't touching that. Especially that particular situation. I'm not touching that. But it's that kind of a thing. It's easy to misguide people when people aren't willing to think for themselves. It's okay to disagree. It is okay to not have an answer. It is okay to want to look into things. It is okay. It's 100% fucking fine and important.
Not to mention, if you don't know what's going on, that's half the point. The other half is finding who it is that you need to talk to. And if we're not your cup of tea, that's okay.
100%.
Don't mind pointing you to somebody who might be. It's part of the reason why at events you'll hear one of us always say, okay, well, if someone walks up and wants reading, okay, who would you like one from? I'm not sure yet. Cool. Then if that's the case, how about you walk around and see if you like somebody a little bit more?
If you wind up coming back, we'll take care of you.
No harm, no foul.
Yep, ain't an issue. This stuff is difficult, and people wind up getting steamrolled only because it's not difficult, and people just can't look up. It's kind of depressing for people to completely be Ascension. I really like that, and the reason why is everybody wants to bag on the church right now. Is there reason in certain scenarios? Yes, a couple of them are not great. However, does that mean that the religion itself needs to be downed and all this other shit? No, it just means that the church shouldn't be a fucking business.
I know several people, not many that I can count on my hands, but I know several people that Christianity is their way of life.
And they walk it, they live it.
But it's their way of life.
It's not what you claim, it's what you do. And the big thing is, the thing that people, are not paying attention to is the fact that religious awakening is actually happening. Countries that were complete atheist or devoid of Christian understanding are now actually opening the door. Does it mean that they're all completely satisfied and being converts? No. It means that now they have the option. As well as the places where the churches, as far as Christianity is concerned, where the church's reputation has been damaged, a lot of places have put things in place. A lot of places have changed rules, have made harsher judgments, have actually fixed things. Now, again, am I defending it? No, because they should have done that a long ass time ago. But are they doing it now? Yes. And is there a religious awakening happening in the world? Yes. Now, here's the other cool part. As far as paganism is concerned, what I find really interesting at this point in time is everything is beginning to flip. So the ones that didn't have Christianity now are being exposed to it and its new hotness, and they're actually looking at it because it's something outside of what they had, and they're getting fed spiritually. Well, now the Christian understanding is now going a little bit more Christo-pagan, spiritualist, deist, that kind of thing, because it's a little bit more open. You apply the actual Christian philosophy and teachings, but you are open to other understandings as well, i.e. Christo-pagan. That's actually becoming a lot more prevalent as well. Mm-hmm. Even though it's really frowned upon in a lot of communities, because, well, it's one God, it's one dogma, it's only one. Even though if you call it only one and you have three that you actually worship, or you wind up having saints that you actually talk to, pray to, and worship before you do your God, that is kind of a situation. But I digress. People are actually getting to the point to where the actual understanding of what is spiritually healthy and what is religious dogma is starting to blur. The line is starting to blur. People are also actually starting to understand that paganism has a lot of the same understandings as most of the major religions, and it's starting to actually make a lot more sense. Yes. Okay. Yes. For the pagans out there, yeah, there are a lot of pagan doctrine that was bastardized by the church. Cool. However, guess what?
There's a lot of pagan doctrine that was, because of it, was bastardized from the church.
So it's all the same thing. It's just which side of the fence you'd rather be on. Personally, I'd rather be the one that actually understands there's a fucking gate door that opens. What does you is what does you. And that's an actual awakening. When other people's beliefs and understandings don't affect how it is that you vibe with your flavor of God, your internal workings, your spiritual structure, with your day-to-day life, then guess what you fucking did? You head out of ass, you matured a little bit, you awakened, and that's on your road to actual ascension. If you're still holding beef when someone doesn't have one with you, that's more schoolyard bullshit.
And I feel the need to give the disclaimer. Are we saying that people that have been, really abused because of religious people that have been assholes and grade A horrible individuals? That has nothing to do with this conversation.
Not at all.
Not at all.
None, not whatsoever. We are not talking directly about religious trauma.
Mm-mm. But notice the fact that I had to feel that I felt the need to bring it up again.
I don't want anybody in the comments coming at us because, well, you guys didn't take my thing into account. Yes, we did. That's why we never talked about it.
Literally. But at the end of the day, do what makes you happy. Just don't be a cod.
And don't claim something that you aren't. Just be honest. I do cool shit. I don't know what it is.
I am super down for that conversation rather than having a list out of, if you come to me and you're like, well, I'm this, and this. So what are you? I'm literally going to turn around and walk away.
I'm not, and that's the problem. Because I'm that person that's going to go prove it. The more you have to list out as far as what it is that you present and what it is that you're willing to do, the more you're padding that resume to me.
Because here's the thing. People that have that stuff going on, you can tell. There's a comment further up that, Tiff actually was talking about the Connor sisters for a second.
Mm-hmm.
You want to talk about some motherfuckers that don't need to tell people who they are? You feel when they walk in the room. Whether you're, gifts are popping or not, you're like, oh shit, they're witches. They're the real fucking deal.
Oh, you fucking...
they're the real deal.
You fucking know. Like...
You don't have to look at their resume.
Look at these chicks. What...
They'll kick ass.
You don't have to fucking look at their resume. You just know.
Look at these chicks. You're looking around the room like half the people calling themselves witch. And you're like, oh, there they are.
Literally. The first time that I met them, we were at a sacred journey, and they walked in the room late, and so I was like, why are these booths over here still open? So he was like, just wait, just hold on. They walked in the room, and I had literally stopped what I was doing and stared because I was like, holy shit.
It was like they're on pagan standard time.
Yeah.
The witches showed up.
You don't have to tell people if you actually are those things. They may need some, clarification on what exactly specific things mean.
Or what it is that you actually are going to offer them.
But that's different. Coming out with a list of, oh yeah, I'm this, and this. Okay. So how do you, what do you do?
Alchemy is what I claim. It's not what I do. There's a reason why, I say that, and there are other mechanics that are adopting that now. Alchemy is what I'm going to give to the world. It is not what I actually do. Here you go, This is what I can help you with these things. And yeah, this is what we offer. You can go to anybody that's legitimate as far as a reader or a practitioner, and they're like, these things.
Mm-hmm. I'm
Well-
surprised they don't fly in on their fucking brooms.
Well, I did. I posted a song on I had a song pop up on my music, and I posted it on Facebook. As soon as it came on, it reminded me of Misty.
We might need to check on them.
They've come up a lot, so
Yeah.
perhaps I know we're supposed to see them.
They will also be at Sacred Journey.
Yes.
Yeah,
I can't wait to see him.
doing the seance at 7 p.m. on Saturday.
I believe, yeah.
If you're wanting in on that, it is a ticketed event,
Mm-hmm.
so you do have to buy a spot, but it's pretty affordable, and they're actually really cool about it. So,
that being said, here's the other thing. If you go to somebody that is legit, if you walk in there and you're like, oh, well, I know what you're going to tell me already. I'm, ascended. They're going to look at you and straight up go, check that fucking ego.
Regardless of who it is.
Mm-hmm. They will find a way to slip that shit in because it's usually not them giving the fucking message.
It's interesting because you can. The ones that are, the most about what it is that they do are usually really quiet about it. They have a lot of fun. They talk to the people that are there, the whole bit. They're trying to make it work, trying to explain. Everybody's having fun. They joke. They do literally all the things that they need to do in order to make it a safe space. And then as soon as it's time to work, that switch is flipped, and Godspeed, you better hold on.
It's a whole thing.
I have watched the Connors. They're out there. Watched the Connors. I've watched Joni. I've watched Seneca. I've watched Ken. I've watched
A slew of others.
multiple people literally go, okay, so here's exactly what's going on with you and why. How did you? Don't worry about that. So here's exactly what's coming up and why. How did you? Don't worry about that either. And here's the reason why it's probably not going to work out. What? You probably need to check yourself. I have literally watched almost verbatim from some of them that exact conversation. Like it's, for a fact, they don't claim to be ascended. They don't claim even awakening. They just tell you what they're going to do for you and then do it.
Speaking of that, there's some stones of the week that actually help with some of this.
Actually.
So I'm going to butcher the name of a few of these, but I'm actually going to start with I'll leave that one for last because it's one of your favorites. But first one is Stibnite. And it helps start personal rebirth and shedding of old habits. Opens and clears chakras from the root to the crown so that you unstick your fucking crown from your fucking root.
I love that so much.
I can't claim that one. Keith said my crown chakra and root chakra are not reversed, and I just kind of ran with it.
Oh, it's good. It's good shit there, Keith. It's good shit. Good stuff.
They should not be inserted together. But this one is actually a really good one to kind of help get some of that ego in check. Plus, it's a good stone to kind of keep you protected along the way when you are getting your ego in check.
Because that's a big thing, Ego death is not a once-in-a-lifetime thing. It's an everyday thing. So,
for the community, could you please give the definition as we are currently referring to it as of ego?
as we are currently referring to it. Now, this is philosophy. This is not Freud. There is a difference. Uh, it is a combination of what Freud actually taught and what is happening here and here. Ego is a defense mechanism. It is what you give to the world to protect your true self. Usually, when the ego gets out of control, it's a massive, massive defense against something that you are triggered over. And because of that, you're trying to make yourself bigger so predators don't attack you. Ego is not pride, ego is a lack of it.
Felt the need to have the definition. So, next stone that is part of our stone of the week to especially help with this type of a topic is hemimorphite. Morphite. It's a blue stone. It assists in channeling and mediumship, helps decode messages from your higher dimensions or your spirit guides, but it specifically promotes inner soul evolution. Notice the key definition there.
Soul evolution. Look at Deb go, man. I love that shit. Adaptation over time.
That's kind of the key here. Plus, that's not, ascendedness. It's literally you and your soul having a fucking conversation.
Which leads to that awakening shit. See what we're doing here.
Well, where might I procure said stone, or dare I say stones of the quarter month?
You might want to go to Rocky Hounds
Rocky
or
Hounds.
Druzy Does It.
Roanoke might have some of the more, some of the different stones.
Yeah, some of the more obscure ones.
Yeah.
And, might want to give Gracie at Mama's Mountain Magic a little bit of a look as well.
Yeah, they all sell different stuff. And the last one I know is one of your favorites. Herkimer Diamond.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, I do love Hercs.
A high vibration stone elevates your energy field. Notice the phrasing though, elevates your energy field. Aids in astral travel and lucid dreaming, and is an energy amplifier, which is why it elevates your energy field. Your energy, not fucking you. Because there's a difference. Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade, Indiana Jones. And what did you find, Dad? Dr. Henry Jones. Me? Illumination. His dad was content with illumination, leaning and growing, awakening, not a free pass to power and everlasting life, feeding that ego. That's pretty cool, random thought.
Mm-hmm.
And
good old Dr. Jones Sr. had it figured out.
Mm-hmm. So, how could you potentially utilize the stones of the week to assist in these things?
I mean, you could do a grid. That's one of the easiest ways. You can do a grid. Have it sitting next to your bed on a windowsill, where you drink your coffee in the morning, that kind of thing. Spend time with it before you go to bed and wake up with it the next day. That's the easiest thing because a grid is something you can set and forget. It's literally that kind of simple. You can also just carry the stones with you, vibe them.
Mm-hmm.
Carry a stone pouch, medicine bag, whatever. Throw the stones in them, rock
Boob
with
rocks.
them. Yeah. Boob rocks. There's a lot of the ladies in the circles that, pop them in the bra.
Mm-hmm.
You can do that. Keep them in your pocket. Keep them in your purse. Whatever. You can spend a lot of time with it. You can also, of course, do like stretchy bracelets, necklaces, different things like that. So you can get you some metaphysical bling, so to speak. Mustache.
But those are just a few ways to actually utilize it.
Yeah.
And they will actually, as long as you are open to it, because that is the fucking kicker, They will actually help with the differences between having an awakening and the quote unquote ascension. I do like that though. Ascension.
It's good.
That was really good.
So for those that haven't heard me talk on it, the reason why that joke's really great is sin is actually a Greek archery term that means nothing of what it is it was made into. It's a term that literally means missing the mark or off the mark, off center. So you didn't hit the bullseye, you made a mistake. That's literally what sin actually came from. And then, of course, it took its evolution, de-evolution.
I'll go with
It took its change over the years to what it is.
it's Wile E. Coyote sidestep.
Oof, right off the cliff. All jokes aside on that one, it's a really misunderstood term that was equated to other things. But yeah, so to say that the ascension joke, well, people were just misguided. It's actually a really wholesome joke. Whether it was meant to be or not, it was actually a really wholesome joke.
Yeah. Anything else to add, Tyree?
Nope.
Weren't we doing flames in the comments for something for you?
No.
Weren't we doing something? Guys, were we doing something for Tyree in the comments?
I mean, we always do things for Tyree in the comments.
We
but
do. I
Well,
just
no. The last one we came up with the idea of some kind of like sheep or something.
Oh, that's right.
Speaking of sin.
Oh. No, we know exactly what we're doing with that. That's not missing a mark. That one is chosen.
I meant me forgetting what we were, because I'm like, we have something in the comments. We got something. Yeah. So if you would like for us to go on to get an inflatable sheep.
I mean, look, we've gotten gimp bears. We've dressed in drag. We have costumed up in weird and awesome ways. We have gender bent.
Yeah.
What? I mean,
We've
there's
done a lot.
so what's an inflatable sheep?
What's an
at this
inflatable
point?
sheep? They're only like $12.
It's not bad.
No, it's a small one and it's black.
That's so funny.
It's hilarious.
That's so funny.
So flames and sheep in the comments. I think wasn't it like 1,000 of them, and we'll get a one.
But that works.
Fuck it. If we hit 1,000 sheep or flames in the comments, we'll buy a fucking.
Are you gonna go through and count them?
I might.
Just to spite herself.
Well, right now you're up to 9.
See, I'm part of the way there.
Well, now you do know. Dad will go through and hit 1,000 flames just for you to count.
You know she's banking on that, right?
Mm-hmm.
You know she's banking on that, right? That way it's not a choice she made. It was the community.
That's bad. That's fucking funny, Keith. Oh my god. So, any other final comments?
Hopefully you guys have gotten something out of this month, and hopefully you understand what it is that we were actually going for with this. Yeah, we go a little bit hard and heavy when it comes to these topics, and yeah, we try to say it with a little bit of dry humor, a little bit of dark humor, that kind of thing, to kind of lighten it a little bit. I'm pointing because it popped up, and all I see is this brick of orange.
That's a smiley face right in the middle of it.
But yeah, hopefully you're actually getting something out of this. At the end of the day, the point is to have you guys understand some of the current scams, some of the current gimmicks, the different things. that are going on that you need to really be protected from. Y'all did this. Y'all did this. Y'all did this.
Not you all.
You did this. You condoned it.
That.
but,
No, all I said is you got to start counting.
but yeah, that's kind of the point of all this, is so that you guys get something beneficial. We try our best, and I'm throwing this out there yet again because it's annoying. It is. I'm going to say that. I'm going to mean it. It's fucking annoying to have to throw out all of these disclaimers on our show.
Uh-huh. We already have a ticker.
We already have a ticker, the whole bit. It's really fucking annoying, but this is the day and age we're in. We're not assaulting anybody. We're not coming after anybody. We are not trying to dredge up things. We're not trying to stomp on beliefs. We're not trying to. That's not the point. If that's the way it was taken, it is incorrect.
And you probably need to check out why you took it that way.
If what we said offends, if it causes issues, that kind of thing, you should be an adult and talk to us. We're probably going to tell you exactly why we said it. And I will tell you this now, because guess what's coming back next week? We promised it in August, and I will be back next week with the first energetic forecast in months. Understand that when I come back and I start to engage with you guys, me on y'all, I'm not going to be a kind person. What it is that I say is not always from me. So I will apologize for the way that I deliver it 100%. I have a tone, I come off a certain way, and I understand that, and I will apologize for that, but I will not apologize for the shit I tell you. Shouldn't have to. If your beliefs, if your standards, if your language, if the way that you do things needs to be protected, then so does ours. Don't add us with that childish bullshit. I know exactly what's going on.
If you're offended, it's probably because you're a little bitch.
It's literally a thing. It's literally a thing.
I'm sorry.
Why did that one get you so bad?
Because it was literally, so it's just this brick and block of like literally flames and sheep and then scoured sheep. And he's going, we need to protect ourselves. We keep our own homes, minds, and hearts clean. Looking in the mirror can do wonders. Maybe we should make the ticker in bold and flashing, LOL. And then it was the if you're offended. So it's just like, it was a wave. Just caught me.
It's a whole thing. But yeah, we're trying to come at you guys with real things, talk about real things, real situations in a real way. We like to have a lot of fun with it. We try to have a lot of fun with it. We are actually kind people. Oh my God, that's been, again, you chose this. So wall of orange. Actually, there's so much of it that when she scrolls, it blacks out. So
you got your wish there.
So we're actually, it's really hard to be serious right now. So I'm probably actually going to have to do this as a me video later. Because I want you guys to actually understand what it is that we're actually here for. What it is that we're trying to do, how it is we're trying to be there for you, the whole bit. And nothing has changed over the years other than our delivery. It's gotten a little bit more real and a lot less soft. Everybody wants to know what our opinions are. Everybody wants to know how it is that we feel on things. Everybody wants to know. Well, now you guys are knowing. We're still giving you the same info the way that we always have. It's just now it's us giving it. And I want y'all to know that regardless of what it is that you think of us, we still love you 100%. That hasn't and won't change. But we are also not going to censor ourselves any more than what we need to, pointing at the ticker here. And we're also not going to deny ourselves just because it makes others uncomfortable. If we're not going to practice what it is that we preach, then we shouldn't be doing so. And you can take me away from the pulpit all you want, but you can't take the pulpit from me. So I'm going to keep doing what it is that I do. And I'm sure that I can speak for a lot of the team and say that they feel the same in their own rights for their own reasons. We love each and every one of you. We want each and every one of you to have fun. We also want you all to be educated and safe. And whether you get it here or you get it from somebody else, it's still going to be the same wish. Anybody else?
It does suck that we have to censor as much or give as many disclaimers as we do. It gets exhausting and frustrating. Will I continue to do it? Probably. At the very least, to make sure that, we can continue to do what it is that we do on platforms that require the extra back and forth. Just be good to yourselves. Just please make good choices. The hot button topics shouldn't always have to be hot button topics.
Reason why we brought them up this month is so they wouldn't be.
Mm-hmm. If you talk about something, it's out in the open. And if you talk about something that people have questions on, or that, will come to us, because we actually have had people come to us with these questions, or saying the things that we've said, may as well do it on a live stream so that everybody else has the information as well. If one person's asking,
that means there's more than a handful of others that wanted to ask the same question and didn't.
Mm-hmm. So if you have questions like this moving forward, send us a DM. We may make a live out of it. That way it's not necessarily just you that's getting the answer, because that's pretty brave too.
Mm-hmm.
Questions shouldn't be suffocated.
Right. And it's not like we're going to out who asked.
No.
That's no one else's business unless you don't care.
But that's up to y'all. That's part of why we have the community that we do, and the PSAs that we do, and the privacy disclaimers that we do. If we wouldn't out clients, why would we out you? Just please have the same courtesy for us too.
You all said it all for me.
Go.
So we are going to be offering a lot of cool stuff. We got a lot of awesome posts, a lot of community asks, some questions for y'all, some cool shit for y'all. We're also going to be back next week for Tarot Night. We are going to be doing makeup classes in September. We're going to be at the market in September.
Sacred Journey in Ohio.
Yep. I forgot because they're both markets. And I'm like, I needed to specify. Thank you for the catch.
You're welcome.
But we'll be at the girls' market, Sacred Journey in September. Scarefest coming up.
Mm-hmm.
Spooky Moon Market's coming up.
Local gigs coming up in October.
It's going to be a year, y'all. And we've got another charity gig coming up at the end of the year. So it's it's looking like it's going to be some cool stuff. Hopefully, you guys stick around for it, and hopefully, you guys are getting something out of it.
Oh, speaking of charity, sound healings. $10 from every sound healing is going to a. Oh crap!
Oh, put in the chat.
Is going to help. Going to a group to help veterans fight suicide.
Mhm.
Right now, I'm up to about $250. So keep it coming, guys.
Yeah.
Send me a
Fuck
sound
yeah.
healings.
Do things.
Where can they find you, Tyree?
We can find me at 1018 East New Circle Road, Suite 114, Lexington, Kentucky, 40505.
And
And I'll be at the Cigarette Journey Market in Ohio.
when?
I don't know. I've got it written down someplace. 18th, 19th of September? No, 19th and 20th of September. The 19th is 1 to 8 because it is a night market.
Thank you.
You're welcome. So come out and be spooky with us. Also, come to the Connor Sisters seance. They are totally awesome.
Plus, you never know. You might get haunted at the hotel.
I know we are, so.
Yeah.
On that note.
But we love y'all. Hopefully you remember it. And as always, take care of yourselves. Take care of each other. Remember that those that have the power to change themselves have the power to change the world around themselves. Love y'all.
Love y'all.
Love y'all.